The other day I was just building a shed, building a carport. For the old man, just building a carport, those kinds of manly things for cars. Yeah, one of them. And there was an agapanthus, a plant. It was an agapanthus because it was in the yard, it was in the garden. Not in the garden, There was a garden nearby. Well, parts of it was in the garden. We had to dig up the garden. And there was an agapanthus. There were many. And they were... The way that an agapanthus looks is like... The main bits are kind of like giant grass blades made of like floppy plastic. They're very soft to the touch. And they're floppy anyway. And the flowers, they're like... on these, there's like these stalks, and then on the end of the stalk, or the stem, is like a point where then there's like, there's more stems to the flowers, so it's like a ball, like an explosion of colour, basically. And with them coming out at an angle, it's kind of like their hand with like 100 flowery fingers. Anyways, so I was there, and it looked like one of them was reaching out and wanted me to shake his hand. Anyways, so I was like shaking hands with an agapanthus. Like, that's a cool image. I like that. That's got some. Anyways, I wanted to put that. I thought I could really use that in a story called Me Mr Baggy and Time. Yeah, that's a pretty big thing to tackle. Time. Me Mr Baggy and Time, and because it's a nice image. Lovely, colourful, friendly, shaking hands, flowers, that's what it's all about. Anyways, so there were some other groovy images in that song that I thought, in that story that I thought could be put into a song. And also, I wanted to, for ages, I've always wanted to do a song which kind of had a part about Socrates and Plato. Because I always thought that Plato, like, in his philosophies, in his dialogues, like, one of the main characters is always, well, the main character, it's always Socrates, who's a dead guy. His dead mentor. So, you're like, yeah, some good philosophy, dude. Oh, that's heaps sad, actually, because you're like, in a corner, writing about your dead friend, trying to keep his wisdom and his personality alive. And it's like, oh no, my work has been stained again. The ink is smudged from my tears, because I've been weeping about my dead mentor / friend who I can't get over. Anyway, heavy. So, excuse me, I'm going to play it now. It's called Socrates is Dead. But excuse me, it might be a little bit out of time. I might forget some of the words here and there and might sort of mumble them out. I might just mumble because that's the way I talk a bit. But yeah, I only wrote it a little while ago. So, give me some cred. I don't like to necessarily play and sing. Because it's a bit tricky to do it once. And why do things that are hard when you can do things that are easy? Anyways, here we go. Socrates is dead. Shaking hands with an agapanthus. One goes locked, looking like a praying mantis. There are snails crawling across the line. These races are how they tell the time. I should have seen this one coming. We must look like a pair of snakes trying to start running with no legs. That does not make any sense. After everything, I'm glad we are still friends. Shaking hands with an agapanthus, fingers locked, looking like a praying mantis. There's a gorilla sitting out back. He's dropping wisdom like he's playing a game of jacks. I didn't see this one coming. We must look like a pair of snakes trying to start running with no legs. Doesn't make any sense. But after everything, I'm glad we are still best friends. Socrates went on his final journey. Plato's heart felt like it was burning. Plato sits in the corner, writing the pages of his books, keeping Socrates alive through the ages. But Socrates was dead. Get him out of your head. I know he had some good ideas, but there's a gorilla out back who's dropping wisdom like he's playing a game of jacks. Socrates is dead. I should have seen this one coming. We must look like a pair of snakes trying to start running with no legs. That does not make any sense. After everything, I'm glad that we are still best friends. Socrates is dead. There you go. Socrates is dead. You know, it's a secret. No, not because he's in the pages. Anyways, but I recorded that song proper with electric guitars and shit. Yeah, rocking out. Anyways, I'm gonna put that onto my SoundCloud. Maybe put a link, probably. You know, because that's what you do. Link shit up. That's what links are for. Linking things. You know, what's a chain with only one link? It's a bit of metal. Really? Useless. Well, unless you're gonna... Yeah, you know, it's a starting point. Anyways, there you go. Cheers.